Hi all, so today I am doing this set of nails in the picture. My daughter brought them to me and asked if we could do them in acrylic for a change instead of the gel X that she prefers. So we use that as inspiration, but we don't end up going with the snowflakes. So it's a little more autumny, but still with the Christmas colours. So I am just doing the French, the Frenches. I still really struggled with the French. I did actually try to use a French smile line cutter, but no, that did not work. She has such tiny little nails that even the smallest one was too big. So they may be slightly lopsided when we're finished, because French is something I struggle with, but instead of working, I just try to avoid it. CJP products today, pretty much as usual when it comes to acrylic. So this is one of my all-time absolute favourites, is this pink, and it's called Cherry Blossom Blush, and it's a core acrylic. I will also be using my clear, and you will see me use two reds. Now one is a normal dark red acrylic, which is called Vamp. Great for Christmas, Valentine's Day, any time of the year. And I'm going over the top of that with one called Smashed Rubies, which is kind of, it's like a shiny, slightly holographic red shards, but just so I didn't have to put a lot on and so I didn't have any gaps, I laid the red Vamp underneath it. So this is going to be my plain pink nail. Now obviously I've only recorded doing one hand on each, sorry, one hand, and I have sped it up. Yeah, we did these last night, so I'm sitting there with a headache. She's sitting there with a headache, with my bright lights on because I wanted to film the set. So yeah, it took a while, so the video is heavily sped up. And my application is not exactly brilliant in this video. In fact, it's downright shocking. I don't know what happened there and why it zoomed out. But yeah, she showed me the set, and she knows I like my glitter on my nails. And she's like, I found a glittery Christmas set, do you want to do them? So we do. We start intending to fully follow the picture I showed you at the beginning. But then when it came to painting, I'd done the lines on one hand, and then I says, well, actually, do you actually want snowflakes on them for Christmassy, or would you just like me to do, I call it like a blanket nail because it just reminds me of a check blanket. Or would you like me to do another blanket nail so it's still autumny, just with the Christmassy colours? So that is what we went for. And I switched brushes halfway through because she has such tiny nail beds. We always use the smallest sizes. I think it's if your sets go 1 to 9, if your tips go 0 to 9 or 1 to 9, then she has like 9 on her pinky, a ring and index finger at 8s, and her middle finger's only a 7, so she really does have little dippy ones. So here I'm going in with Vamp. I have filed in that smile line, and I'm just pushing that right in, because obviously with the glitter being shards, it won't fit in all the little nooks and crannies. And now I'm just going over with Smashed Rubies. These will get capped. The plain fingers I do not cap, but the French I obviously do because of the glitter, because you just file right through it. As it was, I will admit I did make these more than a little chunky, so I have actually slightly filed through some of the glitter in places. But I kind of abandoned my acrylic for a while and I've been playing with gel polishes and gel stickers, decor stamping, all the other stuff. So I do need to make more of an effort to practice my acrylic. Now I've just gone in with a very thin layer of clear there, just on a natural nail, because this red is very pigmented. Now as you can see, I am just painting that on because I don't really need to build anything with it. I literally just need it as a background colour in case of any patches. And there we are with the smashed rubies. Now CJP's glitters are awesome. They're all strength powders. Unless you get like a little picture of a hat on one of them, which means that needs capping. So technically, if you laid this one super flush, you wouldn't even need to cap it. If you didn't need, you know, if there was no filing needed, you could just go straight with the top coat. And here I am just starting to cap. I don't record all the capping. I pretty much stop it after this nail. Here we go. And I got my e-file. I'm just using it to, and obviously not this quickly either. This is sped up by a heck of a lot. But just where I've done that French, I'm just filing a bit of the bulk off. But because she's not a fan of the e-file in general, she has quite sensitive fingers. I really usually just use it just to go around that cuticle so I can get it tucked right in to make sure it stays nice and flush. But it makes a change to do some acrylics on her. And I mean, I did the spider ones, but they'd been the first in a long while. Right, so as you can see, I filed off camera. And now I'm going into those tiny lines. Now, I did actually paint a lot slower than this. This is sped up. I don't know whether I ×2 or I ×3. So even though it kind of does look a little fasty slow now, I painted a heck of a lot slower because I wanted those straight lines. You can honestly get the same effect with a layered stamping plate because a lot of the stamping plates have these checked patterns on, or the blanket patterns, however you want to call it. And that does actually make life a lot easier. And whereas I'm painting all the white in one go, if it is easier for you, you can cure in sections. The red and white polish I'm using are those tiny little Saviland bottles that I used in my Mickey set, because they were just sitting right there on my trolley. And they are quite a nice consistency for painting with. They're quite thick and pigmented. This is actually your second hand. Oh yeah, when I was painting, what I was doing was I was painting one finger, putting it into cure, and while that was curing, I was painting the next finger on the other hand. So I've actually filmed painting both hands because I'm doing them at the same time. Because by the time I've painted one, the other one's ready to come out of the lamp anyway. Now I'm at the moment using my CJP Line It Fine, which is crooked from misuse, but I do switch to my D-liner for the red lines, because that's my super fine brush. And it's straight because I've not mistreated that one. Nope, I'm still on my gold one with this, but at some point I do switch brushes. Now we've switched brushes. But remember, I did not paint that straight line that quickly. Take all the time in the world if you are going to paint tiny lines. I think the last time I'd painted check lines like this was when I'd not long since first started, and she came to me with like a yellow Burberry design. and I took one look at it and nearly cried and had a heart attack. And we used striping tape for it, and it worked really, really well actually. I think there was some painting and some taping. I wonder if I can dig out, if I can find a photo that I've still got of it, I will pop it in the description. And I did find a picture, there you go. That's maybe while I was still learning, or slightly after. Either way, my application looks neater on that video than it does now. I think I did that with an all yellow acrylic. So I'm going in with the really, well, not that was heavy, a super light pressure, just trying to get the thinnest line possible. So with the liner brushes, the heavier you press, the thicker your line. But if you're really super light with your pressure, you will get just like almost just the tip of the brush, and it will give you a nice thin line. Kind of like what I've gotten down the difference between the centre line and these ones and the outside lines. Oh, that one, I thought I'd finished that nail, and then she pointed out to me that I'd missed the red lines off the outside of it. Now for the gold line, I'm using my Rachael Wilder Skinny Gels in Platinum Gold. Now that it is a liner gel, but I wanted a thinner line, so I have just put some on my palette and I'm using my D-liner to go in with it. I've actually just got a Christmas collection of gels. Also the Skinny Gels in some absolutely stunning colours. They're proper packed with glitter. They're absolutely awesome. So I'm just going in with this one. And then while we nuke that, I will line the next one. And then I'll switch over to the, it was after doing this that we were deciding what to do, because on the design I showed you at the beginning, on that pointer finger that's left blank currently, is what would be the snowflake. So after this, while that's curing, I think is when we're deciding. But I don't film paint in the rest of them anyway. So I'm just going in with the top coat now. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed watching. It was a very sped up video. But I wanted to put an acrylic video up. And she wanted her nails done, so it kind of worked out well. But yeah, if you've enjoyed it, please give me a like. Share, subscribe. If you subscribe, if you hit the bell, then you'll see when I put new videos out, which I do try to do often. Yeah. And give me a comment if there's something you like or don't like, so at least I know what I can change and alter. And guess who found his squeaky ball? Shh, thank you. I will give it back in a minute, let go. I forgot what I was going to say. But yeah, thank you very much all for watching. Give the blanket designs a try. I have sped it up, but they are quite easy if you've got a steady hand, or just rest part of your hand on something else. I usually balance with my pinky finger. But I will leave you all to watch the last minute or so, which is just me finishing top coating, and then showing you how the finished nails look. But thank you very so much for watching and for supporting my channel. It means an awful lot. Thank you. Bye.